Alright. What's up, Warhawks Army? It's Ironman here, and welcome to another Ironman Reviews. I just went and saw Fate of the Furious yesterday, and I promised you guys a review when I did. So, this is going to be it. I was the only one that went and saw it, so Shiraya won't be here, even if she did go and see it with me. She's at work right now, so either way, it would just be me. Um, Fair warning, there will be spoilers in this video, so just a heads up on that. But those will be I'll do part of the video without spoilers, and then part of the video with them, so you guys will know about the time when the spoilers start. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I really enjoyed the movie. It was really cool. Had a lot of great twists and turns. You think you know what's going to happen, and then boom, it hits you with something completely different you weren't expecting. Damn, what's her name? Cypher. The character's name is Cypher. But I forget who it is. Give me a second. I'll remember her name in a second. But anyway, she was a really good villain. I really liked the way they handled it. I can't wait to see where they go from here, because there will be a 9th movie, and from what I heard, the 10th movie. As long as this one does good, then there will be more movies. So, hold on. The whole thing with the team being forced to work with Deckard Shaw, the villain of the last movie, I thought that was really entertaining, because he was kind of the wild card, so you didn't really know what to Charlize Theron, that's her name. Yeah, she was a really good villain. But yeah, the whole having to work with the villain from the last movie thing, I really liked it. And that whole dynamic of can we trust this guy? I really liked that. I didn't really like the fact that when I first saw the previews, I didn't really like the fact that they made Dom a bad guy. But after watching the movie and seeing his motivation and the whole reason that he did what he did, I can really kind of understand why. But again, I'll get into that in a little bit. Mr. Nobody came back. They actually gave him an actual name in like a lot of the subsequent materials, but I don't remember the name. So there's that. Yeah, I got a Five Nights at Freddy's shirt on. # not sponsored, to quote Matt Pat. Just an addict. I really like Five Nights at Freddy's. Speaking of which, I really need to get going on continuing my playthrough of that, because that's, it's been over a year since I played it, and I'm still on night 3 of the first one, and like 4 other games have come out since since I started playing it. But yeah, let's see. Overall, the movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. But then again, I've been a fan since the beginning. I think they handled, not having Paul Walker there anymore to kind of be part of the franchise. I don't want to say carry the franchise, because that's not really what it was. But they introduced some new they introduced some new characters that kind of filled that void. Of course, being Paul Walker, you can't really fill that void, but they did the best they could. They do bring up they could go to Brian for help for for what they're going through, but they promised not to bring them back in. So that's kind of the excuse that they have for why they can't bring Brian in. And yeah, I think that was really well handled. That's me, you know. And so now we're going to get into the spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie yet, and you want to see the movie, or then I suggest clicking off now, because we're going to get into some heavy spoiler territory here. So I suggest if you do not want spoilers, I suggest you click off now. I'm going to give everybody a couple of seconds to click off the video if they don't want spoilers. That way nobody can say I didn't give them fair warning. All right. You had your second to click out of the video. Now we're going to get into some spoilers. Okay. So first off, the movie kicks off in Cuba with Dom and Letty's honeymoon. And I won't go into a full, every part of the movie. I'll just go over the major parts of the movie. For the spoilers, Cypher comes in. She's kind of, she says she knows who Dom is. Dom has no idea who she is. And kind of is just like, she shows him something. We're not shown automatically what she shows him. Ignore what's in the background. In the background over here. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, we're not shown immediately what she has on him, and then they go to what was it? They go to a military base to grab an EMP, and that's when Dom turns on them because Cypher told him she needs the EMP. And whatever it is she has on him, she uses that as leverage to get him to work with her. I'm just going to leave that there. And so, there we go. Anyway, so, then he takes the EMP to Cypher. Hobbs is captured and arrested because the government did not, sanction the whole operation, so they couldn't, plausible deniability. And we find out that Elena is back from Fast and Furious 5, or Fast 5, I'm sorry, and Fast and Furious 6, and 7. And turns out she had a baby. Dom's baby. Yeah. So, that's what she has on him. That's why he's working for her. And, that's kind of the whole gist of why he's doing what he's doing. And so, it's kind of one of those, damned if I do, damned if I don't things. He tries to get out of it early on, but she tells him that everyone on her plane has been instructed to kill his son if anything happens to her, which obviously pisses Dom off very badly. And hang on, I'm gonna look something up while I'm talking. So now she's assigned him to get the nuclear football from the Russian Minister of Defense, and the team, working with Mr. Nobody and this new guy who's kind of an asshole, um, are sent to stop him, and hang on. And so, we have the whole chase through the streets of New York, because that's where they're at. And they have to try to stop Dom from getting the nuclear football, which they don't. Cypher causes like a whole, oh my god, like a lot of cars to come out and just basically cause a distraction so that Dom can get what he needs. Where the hell? Ow! Damn it. Ignore that. Um, and so who is that? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Letty manages to catch up and grabs the nuclear football from Dom. And so, and Dom just kind of lets her go because he's not going to shoot her, obviously. But this big guy, Rhodes, who's a redheaded guy working for. Ow, my leg is falling asleep. Cypher corners her and gets the football from her because Dom basically threatens him because he's threatening his wife. And so, also early on, we come across, as soon as I find, Helen Mirren plays Magdalene Shaw. Yes, the mother of Deckard and Owen Shaw from the last two movies. Turns out Cypher has been recruiting Owen and Deckard to cause the events of the last two movies. Other than, the whole Letty thing. But you know what I mean. And so, Owen is alive, and he's locked up in some black site prison. And so we see, but it's not revealed who she is when she's first introduced. We just know that for some reason Dom is going to her, and yeah. So they have the football, they have the EMP. So she says Cypher tells Dom one more mission and then you can go. She has Rhodes kill Elena for Dom letting Letty go. Excuse me, but his son is still fine. And so he has to hijack a nuclear submarine. The team is sent in to stop him. And Deckard and Owen actually, they break Owen out of prison. And Deckard and Owen fly into the plane and start just killing everyone. Deckard gets Dom's son, who does not have a name yet because Elena does not have a first name yet. I forgot what his middle name was, but she said I figured his father should be the one to give him his first name. So there's that, and they take out everybody except for Cypher. Cypher gets away, and Deckard says, "I've got the package." And Dom basically turns on Cypher's people, turns good again, and helps them take out the sub. And then, all big happy family reunion, sloppy shit. You know what I mean? And And at the end, Deckard, who turns out is not actually all that bad of a guy. He's actually a nice guy. He was just kind of in the, he was just kind of, how can I put this? He was only a bad guy because he was up against the good guys. He was only a bad guy because because they injured his brother, they crippled his brother, so he killed their friend. Which that's really the only reason he was a bad guy. But yeah, and that's it. All in all, like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. But again, don't let what I say define how you view the movie. If you didn't like it, that's your choice. If you did, then great. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.